It's time now for a weekly check on international coverage of events here on the Korean Peninsula. And for this, as always, I have Kim Sung-yeon here in the studio. Sung-yeon, welcome.
It's great to see you, Sunny. So the names making headlines throughout the week, this week abroad are North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and also the former South Korean President Roh Tae-woo, who did die on Tuesday at age 88, and the late Kim Hak-soon, a victim of Japan's wartime sex slavery. And I did bring in some latest updates on the Netflix hit series Squid Game, so let's dive right in. There is growing speculation in the foreign media regarding North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and his health condition. Business Insider says the North may be making plans for a future without Kim Jong-un as concerns about his health continue to swirl. The article goes on to say that while Kim has proven the rumors wrong so far, developments in the past year suggest that the North may be grooming his possible successor. Now, Business Insider singled out Kim's sister Kim Yo-jong as the most likely candidate to take over the reins. Also, several news outlets claim that Kim Yo-jong had staged a coup between May and June to remove his older brother from power, citing a tabloid report from the U.S.-based Globe magazine. However, South Korea's spy agency later denied this report as untrue.
Right, I see. Let's move on now to the passing of South Korea's 13th President Roh Tae-woo.
Yes, so Roh has been certainly given the spotlight by pretty much all of the international news outlets throughout the week, Sunny. Reuters, for instance, highlighted that the ex-president was a war veteran who played a pivotal but controversial role in the transition to democratic elections from rule by authoritarian leaders. Now, Reuters summed up his life saying that Roh went from military coup conspirator to Korea's first popularly elected president before ending his political career in ignominy with a jail sentence for treason and corruption. Now, AP News said despite his military background, Roh built a moderate and genial image during his campaign, calling himself an average person. NK News emphasized that Roh helped shape inter-Korean relations, adding that he left a mixed legacy by normalizing ties with North Korea's traditional allies, but also ending his career in severe controversy. Now, Kyodo News mentioned that South Korea's ties with the North improved under Roh as Roh embarked on his signature foreign policy called Northern Diplomacy, reaching out to China and the former Soviet Union. Now, the New York Times mentioned that Roh was Korea's last military-backed president who forged ties with communist foes who tolerated the country's rambunctious transition from dictatorship to democracy. And the article referred to a foreign studies expert who said Roh was a bridge between authoritarianism and democracy. In the meantime, the outlet France 24 noted that Roh was instrumental in crushing the Gwangju uprising at a cost of hundreds of lives.
Right. Now, meanwhile, Sung-yeon, I hear the New York Times published an obituary in honor, that is, of a late South Korean victim of Japan's wartime atrocities.
Yes, that's right. Her name is Kim Hak-soon. And the New York Times recently covered the life of the late Kim Hak-soon, who was the first person in the world to testify as a victim of Japan's wartime sex slavery. The U.S. Daily covered Kim's life in its Overlooked section, which is a series of obituaries about remarkable people whose death it did not report. The article said Kim's testimony on August 14th of 1991, quote-unquote, gave a human face to realities that Japanese leaders denied for decades, calling the powerful account the first public testimony by a former sex slave. The paper said her testimony about the horrors of sexual slavery that Japan had engineered for its World War II military left an enduring legacy that inspired other survivors to come forward as well. It also notes that since 2018, Korea has celebrated August 14th, the day Kim made her first testimony, as a national memorial day for former comfort women.
Right, a very sad chapter in history, of course. And Sung-yeon's Squid Game is still making headlines outside of Korea.
Yes, certainly Squid Game's international fame does keep rocketing, Sunny. And actually, over in China, the Netflix series has not been officially released due to the nation's strict content licensing rules. And now a recent report says Squid Game keyword searches are apparently banned on online platforms in China. Now, Business Insider referred to the South China Morning Post saying Squid Game keyword searches are yielding no results on major e-commerce platforms in China, banning the keyword search for related products in the country. And the article goes on to mention that online toy merchants have devised a workaround for this ban by using alternative keywords such as squid mask, Halloween costume, or the word Korea. The South China Morning Post elaborated that these kinds of search workarounds show that the series-wide popularity is likely to continue generating a windfall in the foreseeable future as factories in mainland China are busy turning out Squid Game-related products for domestic as well as overseas shoppers to capitalize on the hit show.
I see. All right, Song-Yeon, as always, thank you very much for the coverage.
Thank you. See you next week.